Hello again, and welcome to the Duchy of Guadalahara Space Fleet, and we're here at our main base again to have a quick look at some of the developments that we've been around with. Not great developments, and one of the nicest ones is, unfortunately, it's had a little bit of a beating, which is not so good, missing its roof there. But I thought we'd have a look at one of the ships that has actually worked out sort of okay. Ignore this for the moment. We're working on that. That's a new. It's going to be a classic battleship type thing, really. We'll go over and have a quick look at one of our newest things that I've built, the mundane mat, which is a sort of fast replying picket ship, and it's very good at destroying stuff quite quickly. Appear to be a little bit laggy. That's probably because of that thing in the background, which is, well, I'll explain that later. We'll get to that. Here we are, back to the mundane map. We should perhaps have a quick look at it from the outside. This is a very OP little ship, really. The cannons on the front, individually, are too much for most things. They're high explosive, long range things. You can take stuff out at like 5 kilometers, really. It's got the wonderful Duchy and Guadalahara colours and some lovely rounded armour. Now, it's got an internal cockpit set with all its engines and workings and generator and that set aside quite an armoured shell, so that this thing can take quite a beating. In the back here you see we've got a variety of different torpedoes which can be set to fire automatically all at the same time in order to get people off your six, as it were, to cover yourself when you're zooming around at speed, assuming anything can catch you. So you see we've got this sunk away cockpit in here, so you have to tap your V once you're in here, so you can fly from outside. It's fairly manoeuvrable. It's got a great deal of speed, just leaps straight up to 2,000 miles an hour plus, and it's quite nippy, and also very tough. I managed to fly one through an asteroid yesterday twice, and because it goes so damn fast, it can sort of, to a degree, pass through the asteroid. It took a lot of damage, but both times the cockpit survived, which is wonderful. Oh look, there's a cargo ship over there. Let's go and actually take that cargo ship out instead of what I was going to show you, and then we'll go and test the weapons and see what that's about. Now, one of the joys of this ship, because it takes a while, even at these speeds, to get anywhere, is that you don't have to get anywhere. You don't really have to get that close. It's got a lovely little camera function with a telescope fitted in the front, which we can just switch over to, and this allows you to zoom right into these things from a distance. And if you're lucky and you get the windage right, you can see if that works. You can sometimes have them fly right into it. We're getting close enough now that I don't really need much magnification. It does not move quick. Cute, isn't it? Oh. Did we miss? No, we didn't miss. So you can do that, and we were a couple of kilometers away from that. You can do it from further, especially with targets that are not moving. But let's have a look at what these cannons actually can do, because that was a relatively mid-sized ship, and you saw that it went straight away. So let's go and have a look at what this can do to a much larger ship. And we'll fly over and have a look at the GBI something bullet or whatever, if I remember where I left it. There we go, Heathen bullet. Let's fly over and have a look at that. And we'll go a bit closer this time so you can actually see what a kind of gruesome mess this can make of things. in general. Let's get the other side of the sun so we can see what's going on. A good spot. Yeah, we can see us if we reverse up a bit. Like, yeah. We're on the front of that ship now. Just switch to cameras. Zoom in a bit. So you see it's a fairly long ship. Fairly big ship. Let's just tap it on the line. See what happens. And you see that's torn it. That's torn it. Yes, that's torn it nearly in half. Yeah, that's made pretty much a mess of that. So let's go over and show you what's making all that lag on this server, on this computer rather, or this save. If I can remember where I left it. Should be able to, because, you know, it's 3 kilometers long. It's not exactly a set of fucking cars. Maybe it's just out of view. Surge over this way. What we're looking for is a large number of objects flying backwards and forwards. There we go. Now this is sort of a shooting range, or a practice range. We've got two big fields of gravity at either end that are creating gravity fields, and all these different objects have blocks on them, mass blocks, so that they'll fly back between these two big gravity mirrors, is a good term. So you get these objects moving back and forth with their different little coloured lights on, and you can try picking them out. So you can learn to sort of, or you can try and learn to sort of predict where your firing should go with the individual weapons that you'll be. It would be better if this one worked faster, but it doesn't. Now you might be asking yourself, why are there so many swastikas flying back and forth? Well, it's a very good shape. It's a very balanced shape. So as you can see, it moves around a lot in the air. Yeah, which gives you, you know, different angles and different faces and things to shoot at, which I thought would be useful for targets and shit. Let's just nip through here quickly. Whoops, there's a big bar there. Best not fly into that. And also you can get a bit of flying practice as you zip around inside all this shit. Really not a good idea to stop. So you can just every so often you will hit something, but with smaller weapons you might have a lot more fun. So as you can see. Yes. Right, so let's have a little look around it, see if there's anything else in here, around here of interest that I've not mentioned. I could try flying this through an asteroid, that's all I'm going to do. Oh yes, we got our ship, haven't we, that we're working on. Excuse me. Let's just get rid of that wreckage. If I'm not careful, stuff just... Yeah, so we're working on a sort of more traditionally shaped ship. All the swastikas lying around. Yeah, we're working on a more traditionally shaped ship. that will sort of have some sort of rocket launcher torpedo-y type things tucked away in here. Maybe a door that folds out a bit. As well as that, we will probably have a lot, excuse me, I don't know, that was too much. These things, this is not the most pilotable ship, especially not when there's a whole load of laggy stuff on the server, on the computer. It's not as super maneuverable as it has been. Let's hop out. It's beautifully coloured inside though, isn't it? I mean, isn't that magnificent? We've got a strange purple light that makes this yellow and purple stuff do that. That's the ready thing, I think it's cool. So anyway, this is the sort of most powerful fleet ship we have in the fleet at the moment. It's not the best, it's not a lot. We've got a bit of a base, which got damaged, as you can imagine. A lot of stuff happens when you're dealing with forces beyond the ken of man. I'd love to find a way to be able to turn that off, but as yet, let's see. No, alright, so we've got this big old ship, and we've got some of these lovely new modded sort of cannons. I shouldn't do all this turning around, you'll be feeling quite nauseous. Cannons. They're gigantic. Constantly patrolling the sky, looking for targets, and basically all that flying backwards and forwards gravity stuff you see in the background, that's all designed to help and test this when we come to our final stage. We've got a lot of these big battle cannons. I have no real idea yet what they can do, because we haven't got any engines or anything useful like that in here. We've got two. That is creepy. Just, yes, steel, melding through steel. We've got two smaller cannons that are a little bit zippier, not quite the range, not quite the power. And we've got this thing which fires mines everywhere, also yet to be tested. On the side we have a selection of things that are the equivalent of, well, that's like a Bofors gun type thing. So that'll just a kind of battle cannon-y thing and just go bam, bam, bam at intervals. And this is a sort of more of a quad blasting anti-aircraft type thing. So that'll fire away slightly higher techie versions of the normal Germany type flak cannons that I would prefer to use. But I didn't want it to look too antiquated. Here are some flying lights, which are versions of that stuff that's flying around in the gravity shooting range, but you know, you don't want this stuff moving around too much, so it doesn't have any gravity on it. Just move them ever so slightly by flying into them at speed if you're holding a block. I'm not holding the block, so it can't move much. So yeah, I'll be finishing on this soon, and then no doubt I will take it over there. I'm thinking of working on the little colourful jewelly star thing, so it actually looks pretty at some point, and evening up the edges and blacking out maybe the gravity station bits so you can't actually see them, they just look like glowing blue starry bits in the sky. Hopefully that will blend in. We should, just as we close down, we'll just have a fly around in this stuff and look at it, because it's quite trippy. As you can see, sometimes they bash into each other, and then they get some rather erratic orbits going on, and they lose the odd arm and stuff. But generally, it stays pretty stable, and you get this kind of weird, odd sci-fi motorway effect. He's flying back and forth. Giant swastikas flying back and forth. We could have made bigger ones. We should do. Perhaps some militaristic-looking eagles, some hammer and sickles, some actual star-shaped stars, perhaps. We might get onto that next. Crazy, crazy object. So, if you'd like to come and join us, give us a yell. Yeah, you all know me on the Duchy of Guadalahara, down on Facebook, where Kevin's running his governor of Vigia, and we'll play together. Or you can just look at it for this on the Steam workshop and upload the save, which I occasionally republish and that kind of thing. Whoa! It's beautiful. All this crazy shit flying in. Should be as fun. Okay, well I best sign off then. Catch you later.